Hi everyone, Kaary here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great today. So today I'm back with what I consider my favorite build I've ever done. And this is a build that's going to be part of my save file. So I'm warning you right now, this is quite a long speed build. You may have noticed that like when you clicked on the video, because this is a build that's going to be part of my save file, as I said. And today we're actually building in Del Sol Valley, which is a world that we got with the Get Famous expansion pack, and we are building a Chilean neighborhood. For those of you who are new to the channel, or those of you who have been wondering for a while now, I'm from Chile, and I have always wanted to build a Chilean neighborhood or something that screams Chile somehow. And I built this a few months ago. This is a build that I have been talking about for a while now, saying that it has taken me months to edit, because it literally has taken me months to edit. So this ends up being a neighborhood of 7 houses, and one of those houses has a small business as well. So this is basically a residential rental, and I created a business for one of the households that are gonna live here to run if they want. And that's not gonna be a small business, but it's a business. You can still have it, you can still sell, and I'm gonna be going through every single one of those details. But first of all, what I want to show you is, what I want to mention is, we're building the 7 houses, all the 7 exterior of the houses, but I'm just gonna be decorating 4 of the houses because it was just gonna be too much. Like, this video is already almost 50 minutes long with the screenshots, because it's like 100 and something screenshots, so it's quite a lot. But I didn't want to record myself decorating too many, like all of the houses, so you will see only 4 of the houses. And yeah, all of 7 of these houses are already decorated. I haven't uploaded this build to the gallery when I'm doing the voiceover, so it's gonna feel like it's a brand new upload to the gallery, so you won't have to scroll down too much. But I built this way back in maybe the end of April, early May or something. It was so long ago. I finished this build when we got the kitchen clutter kit, I think. Probably, I'm pretty sure I used some of the kitchen clutter items, but yeah, it took me forever to finish this build. This is definitely my favorite build I've ever done, because it just shows more of my culture, that it's something that I have been wanting to showcase in The Sims for a while now. And having nothing related to Chile in the game, creating something that screams Chile, it was definitely an accomplishment for me. So today we're actually starting here. We finished the first house, like almost everything in the exterior of the first house. Now we're creating the street. I actually took the inspiration from a real street here in Santiago, because I live in Santiago, but I wanted to build something that felt like any part of Chile. So basically, this is a neighborhood that you can find in almost every city, but it's not a specific neighborhood from a specific city in Chile. Like, the architecture in Chile is really versatile. It changes quite a lot regarding the zone that you are. So if you're in the north, the architecture looks in some way. If you're in the south, it looks different. And if you live in the center of Chile, which is where I am from, the architecture is really different. So I struggled so much trying to find a neighborhood that I would say, yeah, you can find this type of neighborhoods in every part of Chile. And basically that's what I'm doing. You see that I am adding fences, and that's because in Chile it's like almost traditional. It's something that you see in every single house. You have fences. You don't have like open areas unless you live in a condo. And in this case, we're creating a neighborhood, and every single house has a fence. So yeah, we actually don't have mailboxes, but for gameplay purposes, I have to add the mailboxes in the game. So you see every single house with a mailbox, but we don't have mailboxes. We don't. That's not part of our culture. the mailman would come and you have to be home basically, or if you don't have a dog or something, they can throw the mail through the gate. But basically we don't have mailboxes, and I've seen like maybe 3 or 4 houses in my whole life that have a mailbox, and the mailmen don't always know how to use them. Like it's something that it's not in our culture. It's not something normal for us. So yeah, I wanted to mention that because if there's someone from Chile or someone that lives in Chile and there are from another country, or maybe, I don't know, something about the Chilean culture, you may ask, why did you add a mailbox? And that's why, because of gameplay. That's it. There's no more reason for that. But yeah, we're decorating these houses that most of them are semi-detached houses. That's another thing that's really common to see here. Houses are really cramped all together in a neighborhood. It's not townhouses. We don't usually have townhouses. We do have semi-detached houses. So you see the first 2 houses that I built are semi-detached, and then you have this 2-story house here that it's gonna be, well, it's semi-detached as well, but it shouldn't be. Like I made it semi-detached because of the space that I had, because today we're actually building a 50 by 40 lot. So this is a massive lot that I always want to build something big in here, and I never thought exactly what to build. I have been struggling to build something in this lot for my save file for a while now, and once I consider the idea of creating this neighborhood, it was just perfect for this. So yeah, and another thing that we do have in every single house, it's really weird not to see this, is that we have this kind of a how do you call this, gates or fences, or I don't know, but security in our windows. We don't have like open windows, like only glass or anything like that. We do have these security bars and stuff in the windows. Every single house has them. It's really difficult to find a house that doesn't have them. I don't know why. I think it's for security measures basically, but yeah, it's something so normal. You see it in every house. The bars are maybe different, not all of them are the same, but in here I decided to use these ones that are actually shelves from For Rent. I'm pretty sure. I could be mistaken. I don't exactly remember the pack, but it is either from For Rent or Lovestruck, and they worked just perfectly for this build. I actually started building this house, and then I went to Discord with some of my friends. I joined this group of Spanish speakers, simmers, that most of them, like the creator of that group is a Chilean girl, and we connected, we were on Discord once, and I showed this build to some of the Chilean people that were there, and I was asking them if it looked Chilean enough, and they said they did. So I'm really, really proud of this build. And this is something, as I said, that I wanted to build for a while, because I really wanted to talk a little bit about my culture. I don't speak too much about it because I never know what to say about it. It's kind of weird, but hopefully this build is going to inspire people to understand a little bit more about my culture. Maybe the Sims team can take some inspiration and create something related to Chile. That would be great. I have been asking for that for a while, but I don't know. I know so many, like not too many actually. I know so little people from Chile that are actually simmers, and it's hard to try and build something like this in the game. But anyways, we're working on the 4th house. This house is the one that ends up having the store. Like, it's not a store, it's a restaurant. It's actually like a pizza place. And originally in this type of houses, like in these neighborhoods, we will have like one grocery store or something like that, but it's inside of a house. It's not like a separate build that it's designed to be a grocery store. We will have like this kind of neighborhood type of tiny stores. Maybe it's an addition. Someone renovated their house and they created like this store in one of the rooms in the house, or maybe they just created like an addition to the house and decided to have a store. And it's something that you see quite a lot. People go there and buy some bread for I'm gonna have to explain this. We don't have dinner in Chile. We have I don't know how to say this. It's gonna sound so crazy. We call it 11. It doesn't make any sense. I know for a lot of people this is not gonna make any sense, but that's how we call it. It's once in Spanish, basically. And what we do is that we eat bread and we drink some tea or coffee or milk or anything like that. But we don't have like proper dinners. We just eat this like bread. Bread is something that we eat a lot. It's like something that it's in our basic diet. We eat bread a lot. And yeah, you will have like avocado or butter or cheese or tomato or eggs and stuff like that. And that's something that we do all the time. So that's our dinner, basically. There are some families that will have proper dinners. Maybe they have this once that I mentioned, and then they will have dinner later at night. But it's not something that you see in the like traditional normal Chilean culture. So yeah, these stores, as I said, these grocery stores are like tiny neighborhood stores, and people go there and buy bread, and maybe some of them have like sell hot dogs and stuff like that. And that's what I was trying to do. Actually, here near my house there's a house that actually sells pizza, and that was really cool because when I saw it, I had already built this neighborhood, and I wasn't sure it was going to feel Chilean enough to have like a pizza restaurant type of thing here. But then I saw that one, and I was like, okay, so I think it works. So I was really happy about that. Also, I decided to add these posts here because this is something that you see quite a lot, and of course I had to make them feel like really Chilean, and that means there's a lot of cables hanging from these posts. You will see it. Maybe you saw it in the cinematics at the beginning, and I don't know if I added a lot of cables to this build on camera besides the ones that I already added. And if you're wondering, those are from Journey to Batu. So yeah, that's a pack that I used in here because you know that in my save file I don't restrict myself with the packs that I use. And yeah, basically the exterior is already finished in every single house. I already did the floor plan, and you see that some of the houses have already been decorated. And here's where I want to talk a little bit about the interior of a Chilean house, like a traditional Chilean house. So we're decorating the kitchen here, and this is something that I have mentioned before in some of my speed builds. In Chile, it's really common to have a TV in every single room in the house. Like basically you don't have a TV in the bathroom because you can spend like 2 hours there if you do that. But it's really common to see TVs in every single room, and that includes the kitchen. So of course, most of the houses that I decorated here have a TV in the kitchen. I didn't want to add it to every single house because that would have been too repetitive. And sometimes you don't have like space when the houses are too old. We don't have like laundry rooms. It's not something that you see here anyways. In any type of house, we don't have like proper laundry rooms. Usually in an apartment, you will have the laundry machines in the bathroom sometimes, but really unusual, you will have them in the kitchen. But in a house, you just place the laundry appliances in any room that you can, basically. So in this house, I added the washing machine here in the kitchen, and I added the microwave here on top of a shelf because that's something that you see as well. A microwave is something that a house in Chile has. Like you do have a house. Of course you have a house, but you do have a microwave in your house. If you don't have a microwave, you have like a tiny oven, or that's something that you do see in a house like this. It's really normal to see a microwave. So I added it, I think, in every single house, I'm pretty sure. But having a microwave is like having a TV in the kitchen. It's something that you need to have in a Chilean house. Otherwise, it's difficult to do things. We do microwave stuff quite a lot. But yeah, we're decorating this kitchen here. I added a table here in the middle because we don't usually have islands as well. Like having like a kitchen in a traditional Chilean house will be smaller than this one. So it's more like a hallway. I decided to make it a little bit bigger for gameplay purposes and also to be able to decorate a little bit more, because we do clutter our kitchens quite a lot. It's something that you see quite a lot, and I just wanted to add a lot of different clutter to a kitchen. And of course, I had to make it functional for gameplay as well. So you will see me adding some things that maybe are not so traditional to our culture, but it's something that we do have because of gameplay. But anyways, that was the kitchen. I saw that I didn't add a TV on that one, so that's my bad. But you will see me adding a TV in another kitchen. Oh, here I'm adding it. I remembered when I was decorating the living room, I added the frame TV, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't add a TV in the kitchen, but you see me adding it right now. And now we're moving into the living room. Every single Chilean house must have a TV in their living room. As I said, TVs are quite important for us. So I did add a TV in every single house. What we do not have, unless we live in the south of Chile because it's colder there, we don't have fireplaces or chimneys or anything like that. At least here in Santiago, they are forbidden because of all the pollution. So we are not allowed to have a chimney. What we do have, or a fireplace, what we do have is these electric heaters and stuff like that. And I added a fan in there as well. It's not common to see a ceiling fan anyways, so I decided to add that one from Get to Work. I'm pretty sure that I always forget we have, and now that we have the restoration workshop kit, I think I'm gonna forget about it even more. But yeah, another thing that's really common to see in a Chilean house is the kind of semi-closed floor plan. So you see the kitchen is separated from the living dining space, and the living dining are always together. We don't have a separate dining space from the living room. We don't have like open concept. It's something that you see in more modern houses or apartments, like tiny apartments will have open concept. But it's not something so traditional to this type of neighborhood that I'm decorating, like I'm building right now. I want to showcase the most traditional Chilean neighborhood that I can. And yeah. Something that we do a lot is having a lot of magnets in the fridge and stuff like that. So I decided to add some drawings here because this is a family house and these are the magnets, but because we didn't get any magnets with the kitchen clutter kit, I was really disappointed about that because, as I said, that's something really common for us to have our fridges full of magnets. So I decided to create my own. And another thing that I wanted to keep in like something that felt more traditional is having a carpet in the bedrooms. Personally, I don't like carpet. I think it's nasty. I had carpet in my parents' house and we removed everything and we decided to add hardwood floors. But it's so common to see in a traditional Chilean house. It's to have a carpet in the floor in the bedrooms. Sometimes we have carpet throughout the whole house, but in this case, I wanted to keep only in the bedrooms in this house. The other house, as you see next door, has hardwood floors. And something else that we do not do too much is to overly decorate a main bedroom. So parents' rooms are really, really simple to decorate. You don't see that many stuff, like many things in the bedrooms. They're really, really simple and clear. But the kids' rooms, I mean, you can overly clutter a kids' room in every single cultural thing. So in this house, we're decorating for a teenager and also a child. I thought that the teenager living in here was kind of a streamer or maybe a YouTuber or something like that. I actually tried to decorate this bedroom as the way that I would have wanted my teen bedroom to look like. So yeah, that was really inspiring. And something that is really traditional from a Chilean house is to have tiny bedrooms. We don't have these massive rooms. My rooms in every single house that I lived in, because since I was born, I have lived in 13 different places. So you can imagine we move quite a lot. It's really hard to find a family that has lived in the same house for 30, 40 years. It's not something that you see usually because we move around quite a lot. We don't have the system in which like every kid in the same neighborhood goes to the same school. I used to go to a school that was an hour away from my house, and yeah, it was something normal. So what we do is basically have these tiny rooms, and every single house has a tiny room. More modern or maybe the renovated houses will have bigger bedrooms, because you can customize maybe you have a one-story house and you decide you want to add a second story, so you have these massive bedrooms because you design them. But it's not something traditional, something that you see in a classic chilling house, I will say. But this is the other bedroom. This is for a child. I thought this child was more into arts, and I thought that originally this house was a two-bedroom house, and they had more children, and they decided to turn this kind of garage situation that we do not have. We do not have garages in Chile. It's not something common to see. But the house that I based this house on was actually from Google Maps. So it had this door. I don't know what they have in this room, but I thought maybe it was sort of a garage or something, and they decided to turn it into two bedrooms because they had more children and they decided they needed the space and didn't want to move. So yeah, that's what I did. We're decorating this dresser here. This is from Businesses and Hobbies, and I decided to add a lot of stickers here because I remember me growing up, I had this dresser that was full with stickers. Like, I would place every single sticker that I had in there. And yeah, it's something that you see a lot in I think that's more common for a 90s kid, I would say. But it was something that I wanted to add here as well. Also, backyards. Backyards tend not to be too big in a traditional Chilean neighborhood like this one. Backyards are not that massive, but they will have everything that you need. So in this case, you see that I'm adding even a dog house. But it's because in this house, I decided to have a rabbit. So there's gonna be a rabbit here. I'm gonna have to fence it in a little bit better, because when I was playtesting this build, I did playtest every single house, every single chair, every single door, every single microwave, everything. I playtested everything in this house. I wanted it to be perfect. Like in this build, I wanted it to be perfect. The only thing that didn't work as I wanted it to work was this rabbit in here, because it would run from the house even if I locked the doors or something like that. So I decided that what I'm gonna do before I upload this to the gallery is to create a fence so the rabbit stays in the same place. But basically what you will have, if you have like a rodent as a pet, like a rabbit or something like that, you will have it like running around in the backyard, or maybe go inside the house when it's cold. But you won't have like a specific area for the rabbit. It's kind of weird. But anyways, we're moving to the second house right now. This one, you see the layout is a little bit different. Something that you do see in a Chilean house as well is having the fridge and the stove next to each other. I know that's gonna struggle. That's gonna make a struggle for some people. I do not like it, but it's something that you do see, and it's something that happens. Sometimes you don't have the space to have them separated, and yeah, they just created it that way, and you have to deal with that. So that's what I decided to do here. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear some dogs barking. I don't know what's going on, but there are some dogs outside in the street barking. I have no idea what's going on. But anyways, hopefully the mic won't pick that up. But anyways, we're decorating here this area of the sink. I added the dish rack as well. And you saw me adding a microwave and a kettle. And later I'm gonna be moving them, I think, to like placing them in the opposite side. I'm pretty sure, I don't remember, but you will see it on the screenshots if you stay for all the 100 and something screenshots that I took. That would be amazing, because in the screenshots I show you the other 3 houses that I didn't record myself decorating. But yeah, this house is different from the other one because this one actually has tiles on the floor. That's something that you see a lot as well. I don't know why, maybe it's a fashion choice or something like that, because I don't know. But the house that I'm living currently in, this is my mother-in-law's house. They have tiles, like blue tiles on the first floor in the living and dining space, and they have like red tiles, something like this one's actually in the kitchen. And that's something that I've seen quite a lot. I don't know what's the argument behind that, but we do have stuff like that. And I wanted to decorate this house for more of a traditional family that actually has children, so there's a lot of toys laying around. Maybe that's something that happens in different cultures as well, but once you have a child, every single room in the house turns somehow into the kids' room. So you will have toys laying around, you will have spaces for them to draw, you will have bottles and stuff, and you will find toys in every single room. And I'm talking from experience because my son is almost 1 year old, and even though he doesn't move the toys around in every room, he does have most of the toys in the living room and then a lot of the other toys in the bedroom. So yeah, that's something that you see quite a lot as well. I remember my one of my aunts, actually, she was single for a long time, and then she had a partner, and they both got pregnant and had a child, and she used to have like this really nice built-in like bookshelves and stuff full of books and stuff, and suddenly everything was kids' toys. So then all the bookcases turned into storage for the kids' toys, and it was so fun. Of course, it's something that I don't think should happen in real life, but yeah, it's something that it ends up happening anyways. But here we're decorating the main bedroom in this house. You see, it's quite small, but something that we needed to have is a TV in the bedroom. So that's something that we do have. And you saw me adding in the other house, I added TVs in every kid's room as well. Because, I mean, as I said, it's something that we do have. It's something that we do all the time. We will have TVs in every single room. So it's not a surprise at all that we do stuff like this. Also, we're decorating this dresser right now. I decided to add posters and stuff. I thought it was this room was for a teenager or maybe a tween girl, that also channeling a little bit of how my bedroom was when I was growing up. When I was a teenager, I will have this wall full, and when I say full, I mean absolutely full of posters, like Disney Channel type of stuff, High School Musical, Jonas Brothers. Zac Efron was my main inspiration back there, and I will have all those posters hanging in the walls, and it was so overwhelming for people that went for the first time, but for me it was like that's the only wall that I actually had decorations on, so it wasn't that big of a deal for me. But that was something that I was trying to channel here, adding posters and stickers to the dresser, and yeah, that's something that you see quite a lot, so I really like that. And yeah, I was thinking that this, as I said, was more of a tween girl. She doesn't have specific likes or dislikes. She just likes toys and maybe books, fantasy books, or void critters and games and a lot of different things. I decided to add a sticker here in the bookshelf as well. But yeah, this is the other room, and this one is a toddler's room. And toddler's room in general, I haven't seen that many. Most of the time when I see a toddler's room is like a regular kid's room with probably a changing table. Sometimes it doesn't have a changing table. Sometimes you just use the bed. That's definitely based on the space that you have. And in this bedroom in particular, I decided to add that toy chest that it's not functional, but I wanted it to be open. I wanted it to feel more kids room like, more infant, toddler like. So yeah, that's why I used that one. But that's a prop item from Get Famous, and that I sized it down. And now we're moving into the other house, and this house, you see that the semi-detached house on the other side has the same tiles in a different color. That's something that you see quite a lot as well. Most of the houses that are built like at the same time will have the exact same layout, but like a mirrored layout, and they will have the same tiles, the same wood floors, like the same flooring, the same everything, and the same space for the appliances. Like it would be like a mirrored house from the other one. In this case, I just wanted to change the color of the tiles just to give it a little bit more of versatility to the houses. But you see, basically I used the same counters and cabinets from the other house in this one, And of course, we have room for modification, so I decided to have different appliances and to have this area here for the microwave. Having AC, it's something that you don't see quite a lot as well, but the houses that I took as an inspiration, they did have a air conditioner, so I decided to add them in the places that I saw in the original pictures. So yeah, that's something that I decided to add here, and also it helps with the gameplay as well. This house is a little bit more modern in the decorations, so this is more of... This is still a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, but I think this house will be more suitable for maybe a young couple. They just moved in, or maybe a single dad, something like that. That I'm pretty sure that was what I was channeling in this house. But yeah, we do have this bay window here, and I decided to add some decorations, and I'm using a lot of the items from the Refined Living Room kit, and the couch and the love seat as well are from those from that kit, and they look really nice in here. So yeah, I decided to add the framed art as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what I was channeling with this house. I was channeling like this young couple, or maybe a single dad with their son. I'm pretty sure, I don't exactly remember what I did in the kids room, but we do have family rooms, like family houses. Every single house is a family house somehow. So yeah, I actually ended up really liking this house. I think it was like a breath of fresh air. I think that's how you say it. Because the other houses were too cluttered, this one was a little bit more minimalistic somehow. But yeah, the bathroom is exactly the same as the other one. I just changed the swatch of the bathtub because I wanted to have different curtains. That's something that you see quite a lot as well. We have these shower tub combos. We don't usually have showers separated from the tub. We do have shower tub combos with curtains. So the only one that was suitable enough for a house, like a traditional Chilean house, was the shower tub combo from Parenthood. So you will see it quite a lot in my video. In this video, we're decorating the main bedroom right now, and you saw me trying to add a treadmill here, and that's because sometimes family houses here, the parents will have a treadmill or something like that in their bedroom, but in the game they are too big, so I decided to use these I think they're, I don't know the name of that item, weights? I have no idea, but I decided to add it in there just to pretend like this family actually had like a space for just to work out a little bit. And now we're decorating the kids room. I'm pretty sure this is a teenager's room. I don't exactly remember, but yeah, this is definitely a teenager's room. I'm gonna be adding the keyboard. Yeah, definitely. So this teenager is into music. So yeah, basically what I was thinking, this house would suit perfectly for a single dad and their teenage son. And there's a lot of music related things in this bedroom. I think it ends up looking really cute. I really like the bed from high school years. I think that swatch is one of the most beautiful beds we've ever gotten. So yeah, they have the amplifiers as well in there, and here I'm gonna be hanging the backpack instead of that bag. And yeah, the front of this house is quite tiny, as you can see, but I really wanted to have the hanging the clothes, the hanging line. I don't know, I'm struggling too much, I'm really sorry. But now we're decorating the final house. This is the last one that I'm gonna be showing in the speed build. I decided to go a little bit crazy with the colors here, and I ended up really liking this kitchen. I think it's really cute. I love that the new kitchen set that we got in base game has the matching swatches for other kitchen sets that we have in the game from some DLCs. So that's really cool because you can mix and match the kitchen from Parenthood in this case with the counters from base game, and they look really nice because I don't know, I just wanted it to feel more Chilean. And some things that we do have as well are these carts full with vegetables. So you see me now adding a lot of onions and potatoes, and I think I added some beans and tomatoes, and yeah, basically you will have these carts full with vegetables as well, because we do have flea markets and stuff like that, and that's something that we use quite a lot as well. We go to the flea market, we buy vegetables, we buy fruits, we buy anything, basically anything that you can find at a flea market. We like, people sell it. I've seen dolls, I've seen clothes, I've seen food, of course. I've seen so many things, like basically anything. You can find it in a flea market in here, so that's really, really cool as well. And that's why I decided to add the cart with a lot of different vegetables. And this family ends up having a dog, as you can see. I'm pretty sure it's a dog and or a cat. Maybe it's a cat, I don't remember, but they do have a pet in this house as well. And here I'm adding all the appliances for the bathroom. You see, they're very simple. We don't have too complicated bathrooms. They're really, really simple. Sink, toilet, shower tub combo. That's it. Like, we don't need anything else. And we don't need massive bathrooms either. Like a 3x2 bathroom in the game is just perfect for a Chilean bathroom. We don't need extra space in the bathrooms, basically. But yeah, we're decorating right now the dining space. I decided to use this table that I haven't used in a while. I think that table is from the Party Essentials kit. And I love that it has the... What's the name of that clothing there? I don't know. I completely forgot. But that's something that you see quite a lot as well in Chilean houses, so I decided to use it. And now we're decorating the living room. I wanted to go for something more colorful. I thought this was for maybe... I think this is for a cat lady type of sim. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, oh my god, that lamp is so common in here. Like, I have that lamp in real life, so it's really common to see it, so I decided to add it. That's from Tiny Living. And yeah, I remember this is for a cat lady because I added this chair from the Basement Treasures kit, and I added it in a rundown swatch because that swatch looks like it has cat scratches and stuff, and I thought that maybe this sim living in here had a cat that it's kind of spoiled. They don't use the cat tree or scratching post or anything like that, and they just like scratch in any surface that they have, and they have that old chair that they do really like, so they use it that way. That was kind of the storyline that I was trying to go for in this house. This is the main bedroom, quite tiny but functional. That's the important part, and you see a little bit how it looks compared to the one next door. Like you can see it because when I'm building when I'm doing this build, I'm not building it in a residential rental version. I'm building it just in a traditional residential lot, so that's why you see all the houses all the time. But when you download this build, it's going to be a residential rental, and you do need a cheat for it to be functional because it has 7 houses, and for gameplay in residential rentals you can have up to 6 lots, like 6 houses without 6 units, yeah, without any like needing any cheats. So if I remember what's a cheat, I'm gonna be adding it here on the screen. Otherwise, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try to find it to leave it down in the description. But there's a cheat for you to unlock more units, and yeah, I don't remember which one is it. But now we're decorating this other team's room, and this is definitely my favorite team's room I've ever decorated. I used some different swatches in different items that I haven't used before, like this bed from High School Years. I mean, High School Years has one of the most beautiful bed sets ever, so I decided to use it in here with these curtains from High School Years as well. But the swatches are the ones that I haven't used before, and those are beautiful. And also I added like a chalk wall in the back of the bed, in the head of the bed. I created this area where I thought that maybe the sim living in here would draw with chalk, so that's why you see all these different stickers here that are basically chalk drawings. And I don't know, I loved it. I thought that this sim will have some plushies as well, so I added that plushie from the Storybook Nursery kit that is really, really cute, and they will be interested into streaming or YouTube as well. So that's a a really common hobby for teenagers and kids in here. So basically I was trying to do that, and I think this bedroom ends up being one of the most beautiful rooms I've ever decorated. As I said, I love it. I'm in love with this bedroom. I wish I had something like this in real life, but maybe with more blue and less red. But basically, yeah, that's how you see a traditional bedroom here, like a teen's bedroom. It's really, really interesting. But now we're in the backyard of this house, and we're adding all the washing machines and all the appliances here because I didn't have space in the interior. And sometimes here you don't have the space in the interior, you add everything in the exterior. That's something that you see. So this is traditional as well. This is really common to see. Having everything in the backyard. As I said, we don't have basements, we don't have garages, so the backyard is basically a mixture of both. And we're gonna be decorating here the front because we're gonna be creating the pizza store that I mentioned. This is kind of a pizza restaurant, and I thought that the only way that I could make it function without needing like to cheat the system in any type of way was to create, like, to have this area with the food stand from the what's the name of this kit or pack. This is the Home Chef Hustle stuff bag, and you can sell food in here. So you see me adding, like, creating the addition to the house. So basically this is a restaurant and they will eat outside, and I changed the door to, like, the window from the kitchen to the door to the store. They will come here, make pizza, and then they will sell it in the sales table that it's in there. I play tested it, and I had to get rid of the wall here because having the archway from Island Living blocked my sim from actually using the table. So I had to get rid of the wall, and it ends up looking still normal, but it's not gonna look as it looks right now. So you will see it on the screenshots. But basically I'm adding like a shelf unit here just to add more ingredients and stuff. I originally thought I would have different type of food to be selling here, but I ended up just keeping the pizza here. So I added the pizza oven and a stove, and also I think there's gonna be a fridge as well, but those are only decorational. Like, you don't need them to run this type of build, like to this type of store. So yeah, just different pieces of clutter here just for like realism and nothing functional. Basically, you just need the pizza oven. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this build. I really hope you guys like it. I'm really, really excited about your comments and to see what you guys think about this build. I'm really, really excited to share more of my culture with you guys. I really hope it's something interesting for you to see. But yeah, we're actually heading to the end of the video now, so I really hope you guys liked it. And if you did, please remember to like this video, also comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also follow me on social media. The links are all in the description down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Enjoy the screenshots. Goodbye.